All right, jumping right back into it now. Glad you're here. It's been a really busy day here, of course, with all the scandals breaking in Washington, so forth. We've got a lot to cover here. Paul Freed is the owner of I Made the Arrangements, a website that helps with everything from writing a will to planning your own funeral. Did you realize 76% of Americans die without anything in writing? Yeah, and then it gets chewed up in court. That's right, it does, because your relatives have no control of it. It goes into probate. That's what happens, and then your assets are chewed up by the government. That must make you feel good. Paul, nice to have you back on the program.
Hey, Steve, good morning. How are you?
I'm good. I mean, and it doesn't have to be a fancy will, right? My dad had a will. He had 3 sons. He said, share and share alike. Anybody fights the will, you're out. Divide the assets evenly. That was basically, there were about 3 pages. He assigned an executor, said your 3 sons can split the estate 3 ways. Anybody argues with the way it's split, you're out. Then it gets split 2 ways. It was pretty simple. I thought that was pretty clever on his part, by the way. Nobody gets to fight over it. Yeah. So what are your thoughts on how do so many people, 3/4 of the people or more, don't have anything written? Weird.
It's interesting. It's, we are a death-denying culture. And as a result of that, people tend to leave behind chaos. Not intentionally, but, it's been drilled into their head, right? This is a topic we don't talk about. We don't talk about our mortality. We don't talk about death. We don't talk about dying. We don't plan funerals. And, I often imagine, somebody kind of looking down from above at that chaos that they've inadvertently left behind and, how they'd probably do it a little differently if they ever got an opportunity to do it again. And, you touch base on, probate, and, this is an issue. And, what people need to understand is there is a plan in place for you. It's a plan that the government has put together. And I can assure you that nobody there cares who gets your home, right? So, by talking about this and by making these plans ahead of time, you'll eliminate the chaos, the sibling infighting. This is all inevitable. It happens. And, we've seen it over and over.
Yeah, nobody cares at the court who gets what, as long as they get their piece.
No.
As long as they get their piece of the action, they don't care, and they'll just rack up the fees and the time and this and that and everything else. So how easy, just tell me, I Made the Arrangements as your company. How easy is it for somebody that doesn't have a lot of time or doesn't even have a lot of assets, just to make sure that even if they got a little bit left, they just want to make sure it goes to, maybe they want it to go to their church. Maybe they want to go to a charity. Maybe they want it to go to their kids, whatever. Maybe how simple is it to make a will at least?
15 to 30 minutes and $49.95, and you can plan your funeral, you can write a will, you can create an advance directive, and this will provide incredible peace of mind for your family.
$49.95.
$49.95.
All right, and all right, so once this will is created, obviously you need a witness or it needs to be notarized, right?
Right. So what you'll do is, and this is, Steve, this is a simple fill in the blank, check the box document. And we walk you through it with ease. And there's directions in there as to what you need to do with that. So fill in the blanks, check the boxes, print this thing out, have it witnessed, notarized. If you need to file it with the county, you go ahead and do that, and you're covered. And I'll probably catch some flack over this, but listen, for decades, attorneys have had us convinced that this is an incredibly legal document that you need an attorney. I think Trust and Will, they came along and they said, hey, you don't. And now it's become even more reasonable. So again,
well,
for
that's
us,
all attorneys are doing is you said, Paul, you said they're just checking a box, right? Fill in the blank, check the box. That's all an attorney's doing at a much higher hourly rate. They're just checking the box, filling in the blank, right?
And the other beauty of our site, Steve, is that you can go back in and you can life changes every day. You can go back in at any time, go back into your account, change this document up without spending another dime.
But you still have to have it re-notarized then. Anytime you update it, you got to make sure have a witness. You got to have a witness, got to be notarized. That's the one thing I would say, because if you just go in and change it, or somebody gets your password, Paul, and they can you can't have any of that anyhow. And I'm not saying that would happen, but it's possible. It's never about the money, Paul, until that's all it's about. Oh, we would never fight over the money. We love each other. And then there's money on the table. What happens? They all turn into freaking rabid dogs.
And listen, once it goes into probate, every sibling lawyers up, and that's when the gloves come off and it gets ugly.
Yeah, and you see some of these estates, I mean, there were 10, 15, $20 million and no will? Are you out of your mind? You made 10 or 15 or $20 million in your life and you didn't bother to spend 15 to 30 minutes to have a will? Come on now. Pretty easy stuff. What is your website?
It's www.imadethearrangements.com.
imadethearrangements.com. It's $49.95. No, Paul's not paying me to be here. We're just providing a service to you folks, all right? That's the way it works. Because I didn't have a will for a long time. I do now, but I didn't for a very long time. I probably should go back and revisit it. You've reminded me, Paul, that I probably should just go back and read it and see what I decided years ago. And because things change, right? Things move along.
And that's so important. These documents need to be updated frequently.
Yeah, there you go. Paul Freed, I'm proud of you for creating such a cool thing. imadethearrangements.com. You can check it out. Helps you with everything from writing a will to, well, a lot more, planning your own funeral. So if you want to know, who's going to sing at your funeral and who's not, well, you can do that too. Paul, thank you.
And again, it's really about end-of-life planning, every aspect of end-of-life planning. It's pretty comprehensive. So, I encourage people to go visit the site, poke around. A lot of good information there.
Check it out. imadethearrangements.com. Paul, very smart thing you did. Thank you for being here.
No, Steve, thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.